Hello and welcome to today's lesson. Now in today's lesson we'll be looking at the most basic formulas in Excel. In the last lesson we looked at cell referencing, making use of the absolute referencing and the relative referencing, and how to reference a value between different sheets in a workbook. Now in today's lesson we'll be looking at the most basic formulas in Excel. Now in the last lesson, the absolute referencing, the formula we typed in where we had to make use of dollar signs, is one of the basic formulas that we make use of in Excel. So in today we'll be looking at other formulas, and these four are the most basic. So before us is a data here, the sales and profit projection for the first half projections, and this value are in thousands, and this is the sales for a period of 6 months. These are the expenses. Now the first thing I want to do is to get the total sales for the period of 6 months. So how do you get the total sales? You simply do that by typing in the equal to sign, and you type in the sum function, open parenthesis, you type in the cell address of the values, or you simply click on them and drag till the last value. So we can either type in the cell address by typing B4, bring in the comma, type in C4, bring in the comma, now this way is actually good, but you can see it's actually time wasting and stressful. So what we'll simply do is to go to the first value, click and hold on it and drag till the last. When we are done, close parenthesis and press the enter key. So the next thing we'll be doing is to get the total expenses. So the same way we add as well. So bring in the equal to sign, type in the sum function, open parenthesis, click from the first to the last, close parenthesis and press the enter key. So that is how we get the sales. Now the next thing we want to do is to get the profit, and profit is simply the sales deduct the expenses. So that is what we'll be doing. So the first thing we'll do is to press the enter key, type in the cell address of the first value, which is B4, type in B4, bring in the minus sign and type in the cell address of the next value. Well, I was supposed to type B4, then type in the cell address of the next value, which is B5. Then when you're done, you press the enter key, and then we'll use the autofill handle to drag down till the month of June. So here we are with the profits of this value. So this is how we carry out a minus or a subtraction. And the next thing we want to do is division. So we've been told that this profit is divided by 2, so the profit is for 2 different entities, not one. So how do we achieve that? Very easy. You bring in the equal to sign, type in the cell address of the value you want to divide. So the value here will be 20, which is in cell address B6. Type in B6, then you bring in the division sign and press 2. When you're done, press the enter key. You see 20 divided by 2 gives us 10, so we use the autofill handle to drag down to the 6th month, and there we are. Now multiplication. We've been told that out of this profit a commission of 5% is deducted, is removed from the profit. So how do we now gain that profit? You simply bring in the equal to sign and say this profit, 5% of it goes for commission. So we type in the cell address of the value of profit, which is B6, and then we'll say multiplied by 5% is the same as 0.05 or 0.05, so we type in 0.05. When we're done, we press the enter key, and you see that 5% of this value is deducted to commission. So what we simply do is use the autofill handle and get the commission for the remaining values. Here we are. Now the last thing we'll be doing is to get the average of sales and the average of expenses. So, and by extension we'll also get the average of profits as well. So for the period of 6 months, what is the average of sales made, what is the average of expenses, what is the average of profits made? So we do that by simply bringing the equal to sign and typing in average You open parenthesis and you highlight from the first value to the last. You close parenthesis and press in the enter key. Then we use the autofill handle to drag down, and we now know the average expenses made is 196 naira 67 kobo, and that the average profit is 70 naira. So these are the most basic formulas you have in Excel. You can carry out different things on them, and this is how they work. Now, do not forget, if you have any question, you can always ask. I'll see you in the next lesson when we'll be looking at the structure of Excel functions, and we'll be carrying out different Excel functions. So till then,